going on, Cowboys fans? It's your boy Foots. 30 visits are happening. News is breaking. Rumor mill, all sorts of stuff. And I actually got a very interesting video for you guys today, all right? I got 5 kind of mid-round, late-round sleepers who the Cowboys could be interested in. Now, news today breaks. Actually, Vox broke the news that Will McDonald was a visit. Zay Flowers is a visit. I'm hearing from my people that Josh Downs is drawing a lot of interest from the Cowboys. I actually went on today speaking with Sky, shout out to Skywalker Still, about the DNs and the edge. So it looks like the Cowboys are leaving no stone unturned. But the beautiful thing about the draft is this. You can also hit in the later rounds on potential starters. Look at what the Cowboys did way back when with Dak Prescott and Anthony Brown in that draft. Look at what they did this year with DeRon Bland. So when you draft, you literally have to put the whole picture together. Just because you don't hit on a Kelvin Joseph in the second round doesn't mean that you can't hit on a DeRon Bland in the later rounds. And so some of these guys, they make sense for me, and they're guys who I was tweeting about this on, I think it was either Saturday or Sunday, just some late round guys that I think Cowboys fans need to kind of get familiar with, kind of get their antennas up on some of these guys, because I think that these guys can really play. And for circumstances, size, school, all those types of things, maybe they're not getting the pub as some of these other guys. But you look at a guy like Martinez not Martinez, I'm thinking about Blake Martinez, Rodriguez, who the Lions drafted, come in, plays backer. He's a smaller backer. I remember covering him. I believe it was Oklahoma State he went to. Comes in for the Lions, has a lot of production, but he was small. And so he's going to be off some team's board. But that doesn't mean that he can't play. It doesn't mean that he won't be a good NFL pro. He comes in year one, he gets his opportunity, he makes the most of it. So I got 5 guys. The list should be on the screen right now. So here we go. Indiana off-ball linebacker, Cam Jones. So my thing about Cam Jones is he's 6'1" and he's 226. But he's an off-ball backer. That's screaming like strong safety to me, right? But the traits are really good. Guys, I'm looking at my notes now. He averaged 11 tackles a game. Like, that's kind of crazy. To average 11 tackles a game, go watch the film, go do the homework for yourself. He played in the Big Ten. He's a missile. Like, his run-stopping ability is outstanding. You would think that him being that small, he would get washed in the run game. He doesn't. I actually don't really like him in coverage. I like him more as a linebacker that's just playing off ball, running, hitting. I really like Cam Jones a lot, Indiana linebacker. Number 2, and this guy's starting to get a lot of pub, and that's North Dakota State fullback, running back, do it all, Hunter Luepke. Now, I don't even know how to say his name, so you guys help me out if I said it wrong. Luepke. All I know is that find Hunter. Like, that was the game plan for teams that played against North Dakota State. He played running back. He took direct snaps. He caught the ball. To me, in the league, I actually see him as a true fullback. I don't know if teams really want to incorporate that in their game, but he could be a lead blocker. He could be like an H, reach blocker type guy. I think he'll stick his nose in there with DNs, chip, do all that type of stuff. But he's a good football player, so you draft him. I don't know if this team would, but I do know that he will end up on the NFL roster, and I think it'll help him. You look at guys like Kyle Juszczyk. To me, players like Juszczyk just bring that energy that San Francisco needs. He's been on the 49ers for like 8 years, doing that type of stuff, lead blocking, catching footballs out the flats, doing those little things to help quarterbacks out, pressing those easy buttons for quarterbacks. So to me, he's a guy who could play that role. Now, this is one that I really like, and that's Braden Daniels from Utah. Now, you watch the film on this guy, you say, wow. And he played guard. He's offensive tackle, but he played guard as a freshman. You know, he's a senior. He's check that. He may be I don't know if he's a junior or a senior, but I do know he's played a lot of football. If you want to kick him in the guard, he possibly can, but the film is really good. He's kind of in that tweener mode to where the arm length isn't great. So you're like, I don't know if he's a true tackle. He has some guard ability, but I just like his film. I like his feet. His pass sets are really good. I think that he's a good late round gem that if he's hanging around the third, fourth, fifth round, and you want to still kind of bolster your offensive line, and you got wiped out of some guys at the top, I think that he can help. And this is going to be a fan favorite. Number 4, running back, Israel. I do not know how to say his name. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. I just say Israel A., running back out of Pitt. Now, he was sidelined. He tweaked his, I believe it was his quad or something with his hamstring. He tweaked it before the combine, so he wasn't able to do any drills at the combine. Well, he goes to Pittsburgh's Pro Day. He runs a 4.3. That's going to open the eyes of some evaluators. And the film is really good, 20 touchdowns last year. With some of these running backs, I'm not going to lie to you, I don't go all in on like the Zach Charbonnets. I like Charbonnet. I don't love him. I don't think that he runs as physical as he should. That's just me. I've kind of been on record with that. I like A-Chain. I like Spears. My cat want to be in the video. Come here, Penny. Y'all see that? What's wrong, Penny? I like A-Chain. I like Spears. Obviously, I like Jahmyr Gibbs. And I like Bijan Robinson. But, you know, and there's other guys that I think that can really come in and help as well. But those are like my 4 guys. And I've also listed a few other backs. You know, but Israel is interesting because he actually runs between the tackles really, really well for his size. And now the speed factor is real. You see him running away from guys. He's like, is that the level of competition? No, he's really fast, so he's going to be a name to watch. 3rd, 4th round, I think he can come in and challenge for that running back 2 position. And then one guy who I can't believe is going under the record like he did, especially after you watch the Iowa tape, is Nick Herbert. Like, this guy can play off ball. He's coming from a good pedigree of Wisconsin, but he can also rush. And, like, it's so funny. His rush moves are, like, really defined. His hands are really defined. It's just he's not a big guy. So, but I'm going to trust that. I'm going to trust that Wisconsin coaching because Wisconsin puts some players in the league, and they come in and they're ready to go. So I'm going to trust that Wisconsin coaching, and I'm also going to bring them into my room and my program and coach them up and ask them to play off ball, ask them to find the ball, ask them to run around and just be a great athlete. If you go watch the Iowa tape from this year, it was exceptional. And you're talking about an Iowa team that likes to run at you, that likes to be physical, and he was able to match that physicality. Obviously, he's not as big. He's about 6'2", 226. So, again, teams will have some questions there. Like, what is he? I think in the NFL he has to play off ball, but I think that he can. So these are 5 guys that are kind of like flying under the radar, but I think they have a good shot to have an impact in the NFL right away. You guys let me know. I want you guys to do this. Give me your list of either 5 or 10 guys who are kind of are underrated, under the radar, could really help. I know Michigan tight end, Schoonmaker. I don't even know how to. These names this year are kind of goofy. No knock to him, but you guys let me know some of your underrated players list. Let me know who you guys may think, hey, Foots, you low on this dude. It may be a receiver. Let me know who you guys like in this draft in the later rounds. All right, it's your boy Foots as always. Keep you guys coming with the coverage. I got DNs, and I think that's really it. I did hit corners over the weekend, so I got DNs, and I think that's it. And then we're gonna do. I do want to do a interactive mock draft with you guys, like a 32-team mock draft, and then maybe one more Cowboys draft, and then we'll be ready to draft. It's your boy Foots.